Have you ever had that feeling? You look at your pay slip, you see a number like 60,000 pounds a year, which sounds pretty good, right? But then you check your bank account and just wonder where it all went. Well, if that's you, you're definitely not alone. Today, we're gonna unpack this really strange modern problem, the 60K salary trap.
So does this question right here just hit a little too close to home? You finally get that pay rise, you feel fantastic for maybe a few weeks, and then somehow you're right back to feeling just as stretched as you were before. It is such a frustrating cycle, but believe it or not, there's a name for what's happening. Right, let's dig into what's really going on here. We can call it the good salary problem, and it's exactly that feeling of treading water. Your career's moving up, but financially you're just not getting anywhere. You're doing everything you're supposed to do, but you're not actually getting ahead. And that's the thing, you've put in all the hours, you've proven you're worth it, you've landed the promotions. By every single traditional measure, you are a success. So why doesn't it feel like it? Why didn't that success translate into a feeling of financial freedom? Well, that's the whole paradox. And the answer might just lie in a pair of shiny, but surprisingly heavy handcuffs. And that brings us to this really powerful concept, the golden handcuffs. It's a fantastic metaphor for this hidden trap that sneaks up on you as your income rises. Honestly, just understanding what this is, that's the very first step to breaking free. So what are they really? Well, simply put, the golden handcuffs describe that situation where your impressive salary is basically chained to equally impressive monthly expenses. Now, these chains might feel comfortable, they might even feel luxurious, but what they're really doing is stripping away your freedom to make different choices with your life and your career. And here's the crazy part. Look at how normal all of this feels. A pay rise lands in your account. What's the first thought? Hey, maybe we can afford that nicer flat in a better area. Or, you know what? It's time to get that new car on a finance plan. You add a few more premium subscriptions. TV, music, meal kits, you name it. You start planning bigger holidays. It all just feels like a well-deserved reward for your hard work, right? But each one adds another tiny, almost invisible link to that chain. So how do these handcuffs even get locked on in the first place? Well, the culprit has a name: lifestyle inflation creep. It's this slow, gradual, almost sneaky process where your spending just expands to meet your new income. It effectively eats your pay rise alive before you even get to enjoy it. And this breaks down the cycle perfectly. Step 1, the best part, you get a pay rise. Awesome. Step 2, you immediately reward yourself with an upgrade of some kind. But then, step 3, that upgrade comes with a new monthly payment, a new financial obligation. And the final result? Your actual financial freedom hasn't changed one bit. You're just running on the same treadmill, but now you're wearing a more expensive pair of trainers. Okay, so if chasing a bigger and bigger salary isn't the real answer, then what is? This is where we need a totally new way of looking at things. It's time to stop obsessing over your total income and start focusing on the one number that truly matters for your freedom. And that number is called the gap.
Look at this. We've been taught our entire lives to chase the goal on the left, just get a high salary. But the real goal, the one that actually leads to freedom, is the one on the right, a high gap. This is the fundamental mindset shift. It's not about how much you earn, it's all about how much you have left over at the end of the month.
And here it is. It's that simple. The formula for freedom. Your income minus your expenses equals the gap. That gap, that's your power. That's your breathing room. That's the money you can use to actually build the life you want, instead of just working to service the life your bills demand from you. I'm just going to read this out because this is the absolute key to everything. Just let it sink in for a second. Your salary doesn't determine your freedom. The gap between your income and your expenses does. Think about it. Your salary is just a number. The gap is what defines your options, your security, and yeah, ultimately, your freedom. Okay, so this all leads us to the final, most important part. How do we actually fix this? It's about consciously choosing to build assets, not obligations. Every single pound you earn gives you this choice, and making the right one over and over again is how you finally break the cycle. And when you see it laid out like this, the choice becomes so incredibly clear. On the left, you've got the obligations. These are the things that eat your money and keep you trapped. Car payments, endless subscriptions, high-interest debt. But on the right, you have the assets. These are the things that grow your wealth and set you free. Savings, investments, your pension contributions. So here's the ultimate takeaway from all of this.
With every pay rise, with every bonus, with every single pound that comes into your life, you need to consciously ask yourself one question. Am I using this money to build another obligation, or am I using it to build an asset? Just shifting your default answer to that question, well, that changes the entire game. And that just leaves us with one final thought to chew on. We call them golden handcuffs because, they feel comfortable, maybe even a little prestigious. But if they're stopping you from building the life you truly want, are they really made of gold? Or are they just a cage? It's definitely something to think about. Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer.